You ever notice how every few years we all get real excited to pick between two options that somehow feel exactly the same? They tell you, this is democracy. But really, it's like walking into a restaurant where everything on the menu is made of the same mystery meat. You can have it grilled or fried, red sauce or blue sauce. But buddy, it's still the same meat. They say, whoa, make your voice heard. Yeah, sure. But who's listening? The same people who already decided what's on the menu before you even sat down. They make it sound like you've got a choice. You can have the guy who lies politely or the one who lies with confidence. One smiles too much. The other squints like he's reading off a teleprompter he doesn't trust. Both promise they're going to fix everything. Right after they finish having lunch with the people who broke it in the first place. And that's the big joke. People think these two sides are enemies. Oh, they fight on TV. They insult each other. They act like they can't stand one another. But once the cameras are off, they're at the same bar, drinking the same overpriced scotch, laughing about how easy it is to keep us arguing about nonsense. It's not two parties. It's two wings on the same bird. And that bird's been flying in circles for a long time. You ever notice how every election feels like déjà vu? The same promises, same slogans, same. This time, it's different speech. And every 4 years, the same crowd falls for it. They trot out a new mascot, slap on a new slogan, and everyone goes, this one's the real deal? Yeah, sure. So was the last one and the one before that. It's like reruns of a bad sitcom. We know the ending, but we still tune in hoping the punchline will change. And they always say, this election is the most important of our lifetime. Have you noticed it's always the most important one? Every time you'd think after a while we'd run out of lifetimes. But no, here we are again, glued to the screen, waiting for the same promises from the same people wearing different ties. They make a big deal about the debates. Two millionaires arguing over who cares more about the poor. That's not democracy. That's dinner theater with better lighting. The truth is, the folks in charge don't care who you pick. They win either way. They've got their money in both pockets. So while you're out there arguing with your neighbor about who's going to save the country, the people at the top are quietly cashing in, laughing all the way to the bank. So when they tell you to get out and vote, remember, they're not asking you to choose a leader. They're asking you to validate the illusion. You're not changing the system. You're just hitting refresh on the same broken screen. And the punchline, the joke's on us, because every time we buy the act, they get another encore. You ever turn on the TV during election season and realize it's not politics anymore? It's show business. They don't run campaigns. They run seasons. You got the trailers, the slogans, the theme songs, the merchandise. They don't debate issues, they do episodes. Tune in tonight for the big face off between the smiling guy with the flag pin and the serious lady with the hand gestures. And the crowd goes wild like it's the Super Bowl of pretending to care. It's not about policies. It's about performance. You watch a debate and half the time you're waiting for a laugh track. They don't answer questions. They deliver punchlines. Senator, what will you do about the economy? Well, first, let me tell you about my grandmother's dream, and this one small, town farmer I met last week. Cue the emotional music, fade to applause. These people aren't leaders. They're contestants in the world's longest running talent show. And the media loves it. They cover elections like it's an awards show. Who won the night? Who had the best outfit? Who looked presidential? Nobody asks. Who told the truth? Because truth doesn't trend. Truth doesn't sell ad space. Outrage does. Scandal does. And if they can't find a scandal, they'll make one. A typo, a cough, a weird facial expression. They'll turn it into breaking news. Did you see that? His eyebrow twitched during the question on health care. Is he hiding something? They call it news coverage, but it's more like gossip with better graphics. You've got panels of experts who've never been right about anything shouting over each other about polls that don't matter. And every headline ends with a question mark. Could this change everything? No. No, it won't. But it'll get you to stay through the commercial break, won't it? And those campaign ads, oh, they're the best part. They look like movie trailers for horror films. One side says, if you vote for him, civilization ends. The other says, if you vote for her, the children will cry forever. Everything's doom and gloom, then suddenly, soft piano music. A slow motion shot of the candidate shaking hands with a farmer holding a baby, petting a dog that probably doesn't belong to them. I'm just like you. They say, standing in a field they've clearly never been in before. But here's the thing. While everyone's glued to the drama, nobody's talking about what actually matters. The real stuff, the schools, the jobs, the broken systems, those don't get ratings. They can't fit those into a catchy soundbite or a 10-second clip. So they give you spectacle instead, bread and circuses, baby. Keep the crowd entertained and distracted while the real decisions get made behind the curtain. In every election, we fall for it again. We argue at the dinner table, unfriend people online, act like our team's better there than theirs, when in reality we're all just extras in the same political sitcom. The laughs on us, because while we're watching the show, they're writing the next season's script. You know what's really funny about elections? It's not just the politicians that make them a joke. It's us. Yeah. That's right. We're the audience laughing at the same old routine, pretending it's a brand new act. Every 4 years, we dust off our flags, memorize a few slogans, and suddenly everyone's an expert in economics, healthcare, and the future of the nation. But the moment the election's over, poof, we go right back to watching game shows and arguing about who makes the best sandwich. People love to complain about the quality of politicians, but nobody wants to admit where they come from. They don't fall from the sky, folks. They don't crawl out of the ocean at campaign time. They come from us, from our neighborhoods, our schools, our workplaces. These aren't aliens. They're just like us, only with better hair and less shame. So when people say, how did we end up with these clowns? Maybe take a look in the mirror. We built the circus. They're just the performers. You can't have smart, honest leadership in a culture that rewards slogans over substance. We don't want truth. We want entertainment. If a candidate talks sense, nobody listens. But if he cracks a joke, waves a flag, and promises to fix everything without raising taxes, he's a superstar. We don't vote for ideas anymore. We vote for personalities, for the guy we'd like to have a beer with. Newsflash, you don't need to drink beer with your leaders. You need them to do their job while you drink yours. And the campaign promises, oh, they're like a buffet of dreams. I'll make everything better. I'll lower everything that's high and raise everything that's low. It's like a magician's act, flashy, impossible, and somehow we're always surprised when the rabbit doesn't appear. We never learn. We eat up the same lines every time. And when it all falls apart, we act shocked. Shocked! Like it wasn't the same story last time. And then, after the election, everyone gets amnesia. Oh, I didn't vote for that guy. Really, because somebody did. You think those votes just appeared by accident? No, we put them there. We believe the nonsense. We cheer for it. We share it. And then we pretend we're innocent when it blows up in our faces. Garbage in, garbage out. You feed the system junk, it gives you junk leadership. The truth is, the people get the government they tolerate. You want better leaders. Be better people. Ask better questions. Pay attention between elections, not just during them. But no, we'd rather complain, make memes, and wait for someone else to fix it. Because deep down, we kind of like the chaos. It gives us something to talk about at parties. And that's the ultimate punchline. The joke isn't on them. It's on us. Because we keep laughing while the same show keeps running.